ン株式会社主催FileMakerカンファレンス2019オープニングセッションを始めさせていただきます。本年のFileMakerカンファレンス2019のオープニングセッションとしてクラリスインターナショナルインクの CEO ブラッド・フライターグからプレゼンテーションを行います。ブラッドは2013年に米国のセールス担当バイスプレジデントとして入社し、今年初めに CEO の職を引き継ぎました。現在ブラッドはクラリスの CEO として全社のあらゆる業務を統括し、会社の成長を率いています。日本のお客様に向けてメッセージを発信することは今回が初めてとなります。それでは皆様、どうぞ温かい拍手でお迎えください。ブラッド・フライターグです。よろしくお願いいたします。
Thank you very much. I'm so honored to be here addressing all of you in Tokyo. This is my first address to you as FileMaker's CEO. So I'm excited to share our vision, our strategy, our brand, and our values. Accompanying me today are some of my friends from Claris headquarters who will be speaking with you in depth about our product offerings. Many people have been asking me in this new role as CEO what's different. So I'll share with you a quick story. Since I was a little baby, I loved to sleep. As a young boy, I would take naps in my crib. My parents would never have to close it. They could trust that I would enjoy a good rest. I slept well for my entire life until I was promoted to CEO. Now I sleep badly. I expect that will change in the next couple of years. So let me tell you about this joke was funny to me. Let me tell you about our vision. For a long time, we've been determined to make powerful technology available to everyone. We're now doing that in the broader context of digital transformation, which I'll describe in more detail. We're focusing our technology around the Workplace Innovation Platform, which we define as custom apps, integrations, and workflows. Our strategy depends on cloud and hybrid. We're entirely committed to an on-premise offering as well as our cloud offering. We recognize that elements of data jurisdiction, privacy require some of our users to stay in control of their data and to have that residing on-premise. So we are committed to that approach for the long term. Finally, we're committed to making our technology available all over the world. More than half of our business happens outside of the United States, and Japan is a very important market for us. We're localized in 11 languages, and again, we're committed to this international business. Speaking to this broader trend of digital transformation, what we're looking at are the concepts of automating business processes and improving insights based on digitization. The apps, technologies like mobile, IoT, AI, ML, and others we see as foundational to making digital transformation happen for businesses. And as you can see on the left-hand side of these slides, the trend is just getting started. It's for some of these reasons that we're significantly investing into this market opportunity. And while digital transformation is relatively new language, we've seen these concepts in play for many years within our customer base. I'll share with you here furnace record pressing, one of our customers. They've been with us for probably 20 years. They use applications, as you would expect, that are packaged to manage things like tax, accounting, inventory management. But the vinyl pressing industry, the record pressing industry, was for a long time in decline. To source the manufacturing equipment to press these records, they have to search all over the world for old equipment and restore it, because there's not enough demand to build that new. With that, furnace record pressing has had an opportunity to upgrade the machines with the most relevant technology, including mobile tablets that allow them to draw efficiencies throughout their manufacturing process, IoT devices that manage pressure and temperature, which are essential to regulating quality for vinyl. Through this technology, they're able to capture insights through the analytics that are captured throughout their process, and they're able to fully automate the workflows so they can streamline operations. This is digital transformation with a workplace innovation platform in action. And we see this happening with our customers all the time. Our core strategy depends on these three elements: problem solvers, the workplace innovation platform, and our ecosystem. Problem solvers are like most of you in this room. The challenge we have is that there's a scarcity of problem solvers. Let me speak through our strategy, starting with how we're going to address the growth of problem solvers. The most important element of a problem solver is aptitude. We need really smart people. And fortunately, we have lots of them in our community. And we see the intelligence represented on these two axes. On the y-axis is the idea of understanding information technology, and on the x-axis, the idea of understanding how businesses function, things like return on investment. And then in circles, we have some of the soft skills that we think are required for our problem solvers to be successful. We hope you identify with some of the information from this chart. We think it's a good representation of the traits that make our problem solvers successful. And these problem solvers can be anything from FileMaker developers to digital transformation advisors to professional developers and citizen developers. In order to grow this community, we're investing in a variety of education programs. Represented here are 42 university and Apple academies. These are both coding-only education foundations that provide this education at no cost to students. We've run these programs in the US, in Europe, and more recently piloted with Apple Academy in Italy. This program will expand to 15 countries over the course of the next year. In Japan, we started campus programs 5 years ago, which provide free licensing to students, as well as methods and teachers to educate the students. I encourage all of you to attend one of the sessions we have where an FBA who works as a professor will share with you the work he's doing to train these students. The way we describe the Claris products will start to look a little bit different. We're going to speak in detail over the course of this keynote to the specifics of the products themselves, but I just want to overview with you. FileMaker, as you know it, is here to stay. This is a significant product for us with tens of thousands of trained developers, well over 1 million users today. We are significantly investing into that product. As well, we've announced the acquisition of a company out of Italy called Stamplay that will be rebranded as Claris Connect and launch in the first quarter of next year. We also have underway our next generation platform, which we'll be describing with you a little bit later today. And we're wrapping all of that into this idea of Claris Core. The best part of Claris Core is that we don't charge for it. Those are the common components of administration, security, infrastructure that will run across our entire platform. Our acquisition of Claris Connect is very exciting. This is a RESTful API architecture to create many integrations across hundreds of cloud services. Now, integrations are not new to FileMaker, but what's different is the ease by which people will be able to integrate various cloud services with each other and, of course, with FileMaker. Citizen developers will be able to work in a drag and drop interface to create these integrations, and professional developers will have access to JavaScript so they can build expanded and advanced workflows and integrations. So transitioning from problem solvers in the platform, this is a representation of our ecosystem. Substantial investments will continue for us in the way of education. Much of this will be provided online, in addition to investments we've talked about with various education organizations. Our partner ecosystem, known as the FileMaker Business Alliance, or FBAs, number to about 1,500 around the world. And they are a critical differentiator between us and what some of our competitors are able to offer. And then finally, our relationship with the parent company, Apple, is core to everything we do. We look for opportunities to align and go-to-market efforts, as well as to capture research and development advancements in ways that we wouldn't be able to on our own. I'm excited to share that much of this ecosystem benefit will be presented in a new format, rebranded as our marketplace in Japan early next year. We have a roadmap for this marketplace that, in addition to showing a fresh look and feel, will also account for ratings and commerce activity, so that all the work you're doing as developers could be shared easily with many other customers for a seamless user experience. Now, the challenge we have is making the world aware of everything we're doing, which is part of the reason we decided to rebrand FileMaker as Claris. With additional products, the acquisition, and our vision, we knew we needed a broader name by which to communicate all of this. Some of this has to do with our visual identity, our logo, and our mark. And let me share with you a little bit about the creative process that went into making that happen.
As we were developing the visual identity for Claris, we were trying to capture the power of the platform, but also at the same time reflect the creativity of its user base and the limitless possibilities the platform offers. The logo is the anchor of the visual identity. It complements the Claris name and underscores its meaning of creating clarity, bringing ideas to life, and shining a bright light on what users are capable of doing in the platform. We used round and angular shapes within the symbol to capture a human and approachable personality, but at the same time evoke precision and focus. The arrangement of shapes suggests growth from a central point. And the negative space at the center, the open area at the center of the symbol, is meant to evoke this idea of starting with a clean slate or a blank canvas, which speaks to innovation and to applying one's ingenuity to solve problems. We hope the new identity will serve as a beacon for people who want to see things differently and create new ways to move forward.
More important than the marketing investments this represents are the values by which we behave. These values include things like passion, agility, future focus, creativity, and all-in commitment. These are the values we commit to adhering to for all of you. primary job as CEO of Claris is to make sure our culture is strong. That includes our employees, our customers, and our partners. My days start clearly working with the employees, and so I share with them this rubric, that employees want to be valued members of a winning team on an inspiring mission. I make it my #1 priority to make sure our employees understand the mission, they are part of core teams, and they know their work is valued. My belief is that if I provide that to our employees, they will build outstanding products that satisfy all of you. Much of our team is the same that many of you have known over the years. People like Frank, James, and Clay, who have presented here in the past, remain with us as outstanding contributors. We also have new names and faces emerging in our leadership ranks, including Wes Powell, who will be speaking with you shortly. An important change for our organization, however, has been the separation of the product team from the engineering team. We now have a product team focused in areas of research, product strategy, and roadmap development that our engineers fundamentally build. I'm sure you recognize Rick, Robert, and Chi from prior presentations, and I'll be excited to introduce you today to our new VP of Product, Srini Gudapu. We've become significantly more active in our media presence, whether the work is with journalists, analysts, or even a social context. We do think it's critical to invest in elevating the awareness of what we're doing at Claris. We've received great reviews so far in the press and plan to continue these investments. We've also received validation through various analyst functions, including G2 Crowd, which crowdsources customer feedback and ranks vendors accordingly. They have given us the top placement in the workplace innovation platform category. A similar analyst approach happens with IT Review here in Japan, where we are also seeing very strong results showing up in the leaders quadrant. IT Review also ranks FileMaker #1 in mobile app development and in their integrated development environment categories. And then finally, with Forrester, we have moved to the leader spot over the last 2 years from being stuck somewhere right in the middle. We work closely with Forrester so that they can understand the details not only of our current product offering, but also our strategy and our roadmap. As we start to transition now from high-level vision and strategy into the product roadmap, I do want to leave you with one final view into where we're going with our marketing presence. We've created a new digital social media campaign that will be launched in early January, and I want to give you a quick preview of this. Hopefully it gives you a sense for our style, the approach, the tone we want to set as we do our marketing. And hopefully you like it. Now we'll transition into our product strategy and roadmap. So with that, I'll be introducing our new VP of Product, Srini Gurapu, who I've known for many years through close acquaintances, though this is our first opportunity to work together. He joined about 6 months ago and has had a significant impact already on the organization. I think you'll enjoy getting to know him. With that, thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I am Srini Gurapu. I'm the Vice President of Products and Design. This is my first DevCon. I'm so excited to be here with you all this morning. I've been in the IT industry for the past 25 years. I'm very fortunate to be part of building many successful companies in the internet, security, mobile, virtualization, and the last 6 years in the cloud. But I truly believe that my journey here at Claris and FileMaker is very special. It's because of all of you. As I'm getting to know the problem solvers around the world, what we have done in transforming the workplaces, in allowing them to participate in the digital strategy is truly unique. The apps that we built is increased tremendous productivity. Now, this is probably the most exciting time for all of us to be in the software business, but most importantly, to be the problem solvers. We now can build on our success and now take our customers and the workplaces to participate in the digital transformation. Now, let me share with you what is our roadmap, what is our vision, and how we are going to allow all of us to participate in this transformational journey. Going forward, all our roadmap, all our innovations are aligned across the 4 pillars. The 4 pillars are, the first is the cloud. In fact, we have carefully named our cloud strategy as cloud first. We are not saying cloud only. Cloud does not necessarily just represent agility or the better economics. Cloud represents better security. Cloud represents the ability to seamlessly integrate other services into our applications. Cloud represents better insights, better recommendations, and AI. So the cloud, both on-prem and in the cloud, together is an extremely important pillar for us. And the second pillar is web and mobile. We want all the apps that we build deliver the best experience for the users, no matter what device that they are on, whether they are on the browser, or on the mobile platforms, or on the desktop. We want to make sure that the web and mobile allows us to give the best experience that we can give to our end users. And the third pillar is integrations. In this new world, we do not have to build everything from scratch. For example, if you want to build some kind of a payment functionality or the billing into our applications, we want to be able to seamlessly integrate the best billing service or the payment service that is popular in Japan to be able to natively integrate it into our applications. We are trying to bring that integration, orchestration, and automation as a native capability into the Claris products. And the last but not least were the emerging technologies, artificial intelligence, machine and deep learning, IoT, the blockchain. These are all the pillars that we are investing in, and we're going to make them available as part of the Claris products and the Claris products. So what you will see in our demos, in our vision, in the roadmap, is every innovation that's aligned across the 4 pillars. So with those 4 pillars, our roadmap is now defined across 2 tracks. The first, as Brad said, FileMaker is extremely important for us. That laid the foundation for us to build the worldwide community and the millions of apps and users. So the first and foremost part of our roadmap is significant investments in modernizing the FileMaker platform with cloud and web and mobile artificial intelligence. And the second part is Claris is no longer a single product company. We are bringing in more newer products, such as Claris Connect, which is our integration orchestration platform. And we're also working on new product ideas, such as Claris Next Gen. Now let me walk you through the innovations that are coming to the FileMaker product. The first one is cloud, the cloud first. The cloud is extremely important for us, but at the same time, as Brad said, our cloud first strategy embraces both public cloud and the on-prem. What we are doing differently is we want to deliver the cloud experience to your on-prem. No matter whether you want to sign up for our public cloud or on-prem, you will get the consistent user experience. You will get the same security. You will get the same single sign-on, and you will get the same web and mobile experience. Our cloud first is to deliver a unified experience between our cloud and the on-prem. So our cloud first strategy is defined across 3 pillars. The first, the new in the cloud. In this world where we want to bring new capabilities faster to the market, all the new innovations, we are start in the cloud. A great example of that is the acquisition that we made with Stanley, which is now Claris Connect. So Claris Connect is a cloud native platform. It's built in the cloud. At the same time, Claris Connect also allows you to seamlessly integrate your on-prem data services into the Claris products. So the new products, the new technologies that we're building, they start in the cloud first. And we are also integrating into the on-prem. So that's the first strategy. And the second one is the migration. For those of you, many of you that have been on-prem, we want to make your journey to the cloud as easy and seamless as possible. We are investing in more migration technologies that take your schemas, that take your data, and seamlessly migrate to the cloud. And this becomes part of the products. And the third part is on-prem. As Brad said, on-premise is extremely important for us. For whatever the reason, whether you are a military, a defense academy, or whether you are governed by some of the stricter data regulation rules, or other use cases that require you to be on-prem, we want to make sure that on-prem is fundamental and it continues to remain core to our business. But what's going to be different is that your on-prem experience is going to give you the same experience like what's in the cloud. So it will have the same unified console, same single sign-on, same security capabilities, and we also want to be on the latest and greatest operating systems in the platform. So whenever we say Claris is a cloud-first company, it remains new in the cloud, your journey to the cloud, the migration becomes seamless and simple, and the third one is, if you're on-prem, you get the same cloud-like experience by getting you the best security. Now let me show you quickly what that experience is going to look like. But before I begin, the thing that I want all of us to understand is that cloud does not just necessarily mean we run on Amazon or a public cloud infrastructure. We as a company, we invested a lot of resources in building the DevSecOps, such as things like military-grade encryption, where the keys are encrypted by an HSM, which is FIPS 140-2 level 3 certified. And you get application-level DDoS capabilities. You will also get AI-based insider or external threat protection. These are some of the advanced security capabilities that you individually may not be able to deploy when you are on-prem. But we at Claris, we want to make sure that our platform delivers the best security and also the best user experience. Our apps serve these needs to all our customers. And the second part of the cloud is we've also made significant investments in the DevOps. Whenever we have a new update, that gets seamlessly pushed to our cloud web. And the third part is we've also owned a major part of the responsibility to make sure that Claris products run 24/7 with guaranteed SLAs. We want all of you to take advantage of these benefits. And at the same time, some of these capabilities are also coming to the on-prem. Now let me also assure you that our cloud footprint does not limit to United States. We are working very aggressively to launch the Claris Cloud in Japan coming first quarter of next year. And it's also available in other regions around the world, but Japan is extremely important for us. The second region where we are launching the Claris Cloud is here in Japan. And let me quickly also talk about other capabilities, which are the second pillar, which is the web and mobile. Our web is an extremely important part for us. In a world where we have a plethora of devices, where we want to deliver the best experience in whatever the device that they are on. So the web is extremely important for us. We are investing in a lot of resources in building or authoring on the web and the consumption to be the best. And I would like to invite my friend and partner, Wes, onto the stage to show us what we are doing on that. Wes?
Great. Thank you very much, Srini. I'm very excited today to chat with you all about a couple of the pillars we just covered, specifically mobile, cloud, and web. The journey begins by creating a powerful custom app using one of our many dynamic templates in the cloud. A rich web authoring experience provides powerful customization. We are also creating a leading class consumption experience in the web. We are building all of this using new modern technologies like React. And we are breaking down the barriers between consumption and authoring. Now let me show you the great web authoring experience we are creating. Great. So I'm going to be providing you a live demo of our rich web authoring experience. And I'll be logging into my custom car dealership app, which you see on the screen now. So as soon as I log in, you can see a rich form come to life directly in the browser. I want to call to your attention that the layout objects you see are relative to their sibling. This means that they can dynamically position themselves without introducing any clipping or overlapping issues. And I will demonstrate that to you. So in this scenario, I'd like to reorder first name and last name. First, I will select the first name layout object, and I will drag it down to reposition it. And right away, you can see that FileMaker is providing me UI to show me where the first name field will be dropped to. As soon as I release my mouse, you can see the two objects effortlessly swap positions. Now, because we are building our web experience with native JavaScript, we can provide rich client experiences such as undo. So if I want to reverse the operation I just did, I can simply click undo. But if I'd like to go back to my previous state, I can redo. So other web products provide column-based layouts, either 2-column or 3-column, and that's what I've created here in this initial state. And you can see the left column and right column illustrated by the white dashed lines surrounding them. Now we wanted to go above and beyond and create an experience that provides a huge amount of flexibility. So let me show you what we can do. I'm going to shrink my left column down and my right column. And then I'm going to dynamically change the height, bring this up. And as my next step, I'm going to introduce you to a brand new concept we call the dynamic grid system. Instead of constraining a developer to a limited number of columns, we've introduced a powerful new concept called a relative container. And by leveraging this container, we can create highly flexible layouts. So how that works is we have the relative container object in the status toolbar, and I will drag that into the unoccupied space on my layout. And now I can simply resize and create a middle column to give me near infinite flexibility. So I want to now populate my middle column. So I'm going to reorganize my layout using multi-select. I'm going to grab these layout objects. With a simple drag and drop operation, I'm going to bring them over to my middle column, and again, FileMaker is showing me UI of where this insertion will happen. And we see a convenient number 5 in the top right, so you know how many objects I'm moving around. And when I drop them, they're all going to flow directly into that middle column. Thanks to relative positioning, there's no overlap or truncation. They go exactly where I want them to be. So to illustrate this point a little bit further, I'm going to create another relative container object to enhance my dynamic grid. And I'm going to create a footer concept in this layout. Then I'm going to take these two objects, drag them down to the bottom portion. And again, it will insert effortlessly. And then I can have fun and create a larger company logo. So another feature offering we're creating is what we call the Smart Inspector. We want to easily allow users to modify their layout and customize it in ways that are very simple yet powerful. So with the Smart Inspector, as soon as I have a layout object selected, it shows me all the options relevant to it. For example, you can see font color, and style. But we go even further with allowing you to dial in configurations such as padding and margin. This way, when you have relative layout objects, you can still get pixel polished perfection by tweaking those values. Another thing we've done here is we've combined the concept of labels and fields, and you can see that they're both selected here. And then in the inspector, we have label and field. This allows me to easily style and change what I'm looking to do. So I'll change that to yellow. And then if I want the record contents to also follow my new yellow style, I can switch to the Smart Inspector tab and make more changes. And as you can see as the preview, we're providing a lot of powerful capabilities with our Smart Inspector. If I want to edit the label name, let's say I want to translate it back to English, I can just type in last name and line and commit that change. All thanks to the native JavaScript browser capabilities we have. Another benefit of being a rich JavaScript client is we have the ability to leverage CSS and other browser technologies, such as variable zoom. So if I want to get a closer look at my layout, I don't have to increase my browser's size. I can simply zoom in to variable size and zoom out to really dial in my layout. I'm going to go ahead and reset this back to 100%. Another part of consumption and authoring is navigation. So on the left-hand side, we have our new easy-to-use layout navigator. Here, my data and my layouts are all organized, and you can see that I have customers selected currently. If I want to create a new layout, it's as simple as selecting here and specifying custom widths and heights. But I want to show you our add-on components. So I can bring up this UI. And an add-on component allows easy creation or building blocks of large pieces of functionality. So now instead of creating a custom app using small granular controls, I can bring in entire concepts such as attachments, notes, people, and more. And we are continually improving and expanding our offering of add-on components to allow and enable even more powerful app creation. In the bottom left is our component picker. And this is showing me all of the add-on components I've added to my custom app and ones that have already been included in my layout. I can easily drag and drop back and forth to tweak the visuals. Now, advanced and powerful feature of FileMaker layouts are containment objects. So in the browser, we have created a great and compelling tab control object, and I will show that to you now. So from the status toolbar at the top, we have all of our controls, and you can see the tab here. I'm going to click on that, start dragging it to my layout. And you can see again, FileMaker is repositioning everything to show me where it will lie. I'm going to drop that right there, and I can tweak the size. Make it a little bit longer. Now the tab control is designed for ease of use and power. So it's simple enough to create new tabs. I can inline edit a tab name. I can reorder a tab, a simple drag and drop, delete a tab. And then the powerful feature of the tab control is being able to reparent existing objects and drag them directly in. So there at that first tab, we now have the bin layout object in there. And this tab control adheres to all the powerful relative positioning and dynamic grid concepts that the parent layout introduced. And you can see when I switch tabs, we show blank because we haven't added anything there. As a next step, I want to give you a preview of our leading class web consumption. We have a preview icon here, and I'm going to click that now. And what that's going to do is bring up our layout in consumption mode in the browser. So what you see here is absolute positioning, where the XY coordinates are fixed for every layout object. So when you resize the browser window, you encounter truncation and clipping issues because everything is fixed width. However, I have this magic button at the top. And when I click it, that's going to transform my absolute positioned layout into relative positioning. And immediately, you can see the layout expand and take up all the available size in the browser window. Now, when I go to resize my browser window, the layout objects will start to shrink instead of clip. So think about using your iPad in landscape mode and then rotating it into portrait. And you'll immediately see the flow layout take place. My corporate logo dropped to the bottom because that was as much space as would be allowed. And my layout objects shrink. This allows for responsive design and the ability to create a layout that will span all devices and form factors. So to recap, FileMaker is creating a first-class web experience with the ease of use provided by relative positioning, the power of responsive layouts, add-on components that make custom app building as easy as possible, a smart inspector to really dial in the look and feel of your application, and it's all built using native JavaScript to lead us to a first-class web consumption experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Wes. That was an awesome demo. And the best part is, that's the live demo. That's FileMaker 19 for all of us. It's coming very soon, and I want all of you to participate. Very quickly, the FileMaker 19 has the native web investments in web authoring, better web consumption, JavaScript support, add-on components, but also the card window support in WebDirect for better visualization. Now let's look at what are we doing on mobile. Now to show us some of the innovations that are coming to the FileMaker 19 on the mobile platform, I would like to invite our best friend in Japan, Hitomi.
FileMaker じゃなくてすいません。クラリスジャパンが支店がご提供の小林です。ここからはですね、iOS の新機能を活用したモバイルエクスペリエンスの実現について紹介させていただきたいと思います。近年、FileMaker を選択されるお客様の理由の一つに、モバイルの活用という言葉がよく聞かれるようになりました。では、FileMaker を利用してモバイルアプリを作成する一番のメリットは何か。iOS との親和性が高く、さらに iOS の新機能を簡単に業務アプリに組み込めることができるようになる。 のメリットではないでしょうか。弊社としましてもこのポイントを重要だと考えて継続して注力しているものとなります。ではサポートされる新機能について簡単に紹介したいと思います。まずは NFC リーディングです。 iOS13 では NFC リーディングアプリケーションのサポートを拡充し、タブの読み込み、書き込み、優れた操作性が実現されています。この子は NFC フレームワークの性能を最大限に活用することができれば、例えば会員カードから会員情報ですね、このような会員カード、ショップの会員カードがあると思うんですが、このような会員カードから会員情報を読み取り、お客様の情報をすぐに引き出し、従来のサービスを最適化してより簡単に便利にすることができます。またこういったようなカードをですね、社員証として利用すれば、毎日の出退勤管理をカードにかざすことだけで実現するということの手間を省くことができるのではないでしょうか。次が Siri ショートカットです。 Siri に自分用のフレーズを話しかけるだけで、その Siri ショートカットが実行されます。 iPhone や iPad を開いてアプリを検索して実行するだけでアプリを起動させることができます。最後は FileMaker です。アプリに FileMaker フレームワークを使って機械学習モデルを組み込むことができます。明示的に検索条件を指定するのではなく、パターンと推論に基づいてデータの分類や認識を行います。例えば写真の画像からパターンを見つけ出してデータに対して予測を行う、このようなことができるようになります。ではこの3つの機能を使ってどのようなことが実現できるのか、実際のデモで紹介したいと思います。今回のデモのシナリオですが、カバンの修理受付となります。個人的な話なんですが、大昔に買ったものなんですが、お気に入りなので壊れては修理して使っているというカバンがあります。以前は良かったのですが、最近ではメーカーのお店に持って行っても型番すらわからない、調べるのに時間がかかったり、修理できるかどうかわからないと言われたりと困った状況になることがあります。スタッフも新しい方だったりすると、昔の製品について分からず、さらに時間がかかってしまうという場合があります。また修理の依頼を行うときに、そのメーカーの会員になっているにもかかわらず、修理受付表に住所などの連絡先を書き込む必要があります。ダイレクトメールが届くのに、このような場合には改めて記載しなければならないというのは面倒ではないでしょうか。そこで修理依頼を行うときに NFC タグで発行されているこのような鑑賞ですねをかざして、そのお客様の情報を検索し、画面に自動的に表示させることでサービスの最適化を図ります。次にお客様が持ち込んできたこのようなカバンの写真を撮って機械学習を行い、商品マスターの、画像のパターンからデータを予測検索するということをやっていきたいと思います。検索された情報から該当のものを選択し、その他の情報を入力、最後に修理依頼受付表を出力し、お客様にお渡しするということを今からデモにて紹介したいと思います。さらにこのカスタムアップの起動は Siri ショートカットを使って呼び出したいと思います。デバイスの中からFileMaker Go を起動してカスタムアップを検索してタップするというような操作が Siri への呼びかけだけで実現することができます。では今から始めたいと思います。まずは Siri ショートカットを使ってカスタムアップを起動します。起動するだけでなく、ショートカット作成時にFileMakerのスクリプトを指定していますので、そのスクリプトも実行されます。Siri、修理受付を始めて。このように Siri にお願いして修理受付のカスタムアップを起動してもらいました。指定しているスクリプトは最初に会員カードをスキャンしてカード内の会員番号を取得するように作成されていますので、このように NFC リーディングの画面が表示されています。ここでこの会員番号、こちらを読ませてお客様の情報を検索し自動表示させたいと思います。このようにお お客様の情報が表示されました。次にお客様が持ってきたカバン、ちょっと US から来た偉い方をヘルプに使って大変申し訳ないんですが、こちらのカバンですね、こちらの方を、写真を撮って取得していきたいと思います。ここで登場するのがコア ML となります。そうしますと、画像の中からこのように、商品が検索され、この家電でいいですかということが分かるようになります。でここで商品を確認し、これを、設定しますと、このように修理受付の方の、情報として入ってきます。あとは保証書があるのか、あとは修理ですね、どのような状態なのか、そして、その他の連絡事項として見積もり金額を連絡してから修理してくださいねとか、どこの店舗の誰々が受け付けたかというような情報を入力していきます。これで修理の受付が完了しました。ではこれで最後に修理受付表を印刷してお客様にお渡しして終了という形になります。いかがでしょうか。お客様に対してのサービスレベルが向上するだけでなく、スタッフが行う業務も効率的に行えるようになるのではないでしょうか。このように iOS の新機能を活用することで、今まではできないと思っていたことも簡単に実現でき、新しい体験を得ることができます。ファイルメーカーだからできること、クラリス社だからできること、そして皆さんのアイデア、こちらをうまくミックスさせ、素晴らしいモバイルソリューションとしての拡張ができること、こちらを弊社としては期待しております。また、私たちもそのお手伝いをするために、継続して機能の拡張に取り組んでいきたいと思っています。ありがとうございました。
Thank you. That is FileMaker 19. We are making a lot of investments in the FileMaker platform with better web authoring, better web consumption, more and more native mobile experiences, including AI, NFC, Siri shortcuts integration. This is our journey. Now let me focus on the second track. As Brad said earlier, Claris is no longer a one-product company. We are bringing out more new products to our problem solvers around the world. The first and foremost that's important for all of us is Claris Connect, which is the integration and orchestration platform. Let me quickly talk about what is Claris Connect. Now Claris Connect allows us to seamlessly integrate with many cloud services that are either popular in Japan or worldwide. You can seamlessly integrate into your applications, whether it's CRM, whether it's a cloud storage, a service like Slack, and best part is the FileMaker. Whether you're on-prem or the cloud, you can seamlessly connect, orchestrate, and automate the business processes and workflows to create those transformational outcomes. Let me give you a quick example of what the Claris Connect will allow you to do. In an organization, let's say if you're trying to do something like a sales automation, that's the business outcome that you want to accomplish. A sales outcome process or the workflow is going to look like this. You want to procure your leads from a service like HubSpot, and then you want to contextually enrich each lead with a service like a business analytics that's running in the cloud. And then you would want to push all these leads into your CRM. And then based on the context and the enrichment that you have, if that is an opportunity, then you want to update that in your CRM. And if it's not, if it's a lead that you're nurturing, that you would want to integrate with an email marketing service and continue to nurture that lead. If this is the workflow that you want to build into your apps and your digital experiences, and what Claris Connect allows you to do is build flows as a first-class citizen. And what does the flow look like in the product? You simply go to the product and express your workflow as a series of steps. You pick the services that you want to stitch together to create that flow. Here, a lead sourcing service like HubSpot, and then a BI analytics service, and the CRM, and the mail marketing servers. So how does the flows work? Step one, you go to the product and simply select the apps that you want to integrate as part of the business workflow. And then simply select the triggers. How do you want to orchestrate this flow based on the type of data? Select the conditions. And as Brad said, whether you are a low-code citizen developer or the professional developer, you have the flexibility and the ease of use. And then describe the action, configure the action that you would want to do in each step of the flow. That's done. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Select the apps, create the workflow, create the triggers and the action, and now that workflow is part of your application. We have native support for about 100 connectors already come with the product. And the best part is, you now can create your own connectors that are popular in your region. And you can also create your flows and push them into the marketplace. And with that, I'm so excited to echo Brad's excitement and enthusiasm that Claris now has multi-products. It all starts with Claris FileMaker, which is an integral part of our success going forward, where you start the digital journey by building the custom apps. And the second product that we just launched, the ETS, which is the Claris Connect, where you now can seamlessly integrate and orchestrate now new digital outcomes, building into your FileMaker. And we are also working on a next generation product called Claris NextGen that integrates the best of what FileMaker does and the Connect so that you can now create this next generation workflow apps. All these three products are built by the same Claris core. We now have one common core that brings the cloud first, the security, the single sign-on, the marketplace, and the same user experience across web and mobile, and advanced technologies like AI. We now have one common core that's powering the multi-products. So with that, with this multi-product strategy and the vision, at Claris, anything is possible. I'm so excited for all of you and for all of us to create those next generation digital experiences built on Claris. For more details, please come join me and my team later this afternoon for the visionary keynote, where we're going to walk you through more details about where we are headed. Once again, I'm super excited. Thank you all for this opportunity. Thank you for the partnership.
主任、ありがとうございます。皆さん、ぜひこちらの主任の、今日の午後の知らないキーノートにぜひご参加いただきまして、クラリスの将来のプラットフォームに関して戦略を深く理解いただければと思います。まだこれからでも参加できますので、どうぞよろしくご検討ください。そして、私も今日がですね、この新しいクラリスの戦略を話す最初にということで非常に